What it do? Baby's reaction video. Eagles versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Shout out to the Eagles fans. I did not think you would get here. Well, actually, I didn't think you would get here from the start of the playoffs. Once I saw that y'all were playing the bum 49ers, I knew that y'all would get there. Because we had beat them up in the divisional round like so bad that, I bet Brock Purdy's elbow was already partially torn. So really, the Eagles really didn't do much. But anyways, we're gonna get over the Cowboys' loss to the 49ers, even though we should have beat them. And Dak Prescott is an absolute bum for throwing 2 interceptions. Probably could have thrown 3 more or 2 more. He missed about 3 wide open throws that would have changed the game, and we would have been here. We should have been here. Okay, but there's here and no there. We're gonna go ahead and get to the analysis of who I think is gonna win this game. And this is, people are saying the Kelsey Bowl, the Andy Reid Bowl. No, it's Eagles versus the Chiefs. If I remember correctly, it's been 10 years since Andy Reid been coach Eagles. They have no rumors left of what Andy Reid is, and the Kelsey brothers. I guess whatever. Now we're gonna go look at the big players in this game, and see what's gonna have to happen. Let's go and start with Jalen Hurts, quarterbacks, of course. First up, we've had 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. When they came out with it, I realized that for the first time. I didn't even really know. Jalen Hurts. He's good. I'll consent. I'll go concede to y'all that Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott. I didn't want to admit it. Takes a lot for me to say that, but I think he's better than Dak Prescott. Right now, he's better than Dak Prescott. Maybe Dak Prescott recovers and, he stops snorting cocaine before games, and maybe then he'll be better than Jalen Hurts. But as of right now, Jalen Hurts is by far better than Dak Prescott has ever been in his career. There, you said it. However, I think he's on a more talented team than Dak Prescott has ever been in his career as well. Look at the team that y'all have around him. If Dak Prescott had this team, I bet he'd be the Super Bowl too. It's simple. I mean, he hasn't played in a single tough game in the playoffs besides the time he got absolute smoked. He got put on all fours by the GOAT. That's the only time he's had an even relatively close playoff game. They beat the brakes off the Giants. The 49ers look like a peewee team. This is probably his first, because the Bucks loss was so bad last year, they put the backups in, so we're not even going to talk about that one. This is his first real test in the playoffs, and we're about to see what he's really made of. Jalen Hurts. Now the other big quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, we all know what he is. A lot of people are trying to compare him to a lot of other I lost train of thought for a second. Other quarterbacks in the league: Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. Who's better? A lot of people are saying Joe Burrow. I don't know. A lot of people earlier this season, Josh Allen. I think he's coming for the taking. They're absolutely wrong. If you look at talent, he's by far better. And when you look at resume, he's literally in a different universe. He has an MVP, of which none of those other players have. He's made it to the Super Bowl, which only one of those other players have, which is Joe Burrow. He's been to 5 straight AFC championship games. None of those other players have done that. And he's actually won a Super Bowl. None of those other players have ever done that. So to look and to even think that it should even be a conversation between Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes, you may be smoking crack cocaine. I think you may be. We need to get you drug tested. That's all I got to say. Yeah, we can see right there, there's Pops right there. I had no clue it's Pops. If you saw that, you was like, I'm smoking on that Joe Burrow. Yeah, I saw that. That clip was funny as I don't know what. But shout out to Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs by far the better quarterback. I don't think it's close between Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is better than Jalen Hurts in almost every category. Not almost. Every category except for running. And Patrick Mahomes is he can run. He has a bum ankle, but he can still run. Now, the next most important player in this game is this man right here, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's gonna be he's like y'all's like strong safety. Y'all been bragging a lot about how good y'all's secondary is, and Gardner-Johnson's this, that, and the other. Bradbury's this, that, and the other. Darius Slay's this, that, and the other. Actually, I should have pulled up Hassan Reddick, because Hassan Reddick is really the one that's been carrying y'all's defense. The Arizona Cardinals they're horrible franchise. He got drafted out of Temple as an outside linebacker who rushed the passer. The Cardinals draft Hassan Reddick and decide to take him out of the position that he was most productive at, where they saw all the flashes that made them want to draft him in the first round, and said, no. We're not going to have you playing your best position. We're going to play you inside linebacker. Buddy, just because he was a great, pass rusher, and he had a lot of attributes that maybe you thought that he could be an inside linebacker, play him where he's best at. So he spent years there. People thought he was a bust. The Eagles, they're a great talent team. They said, let's go pick Hassan Reddick up and play him at where he's really good at. And Hassan Reddick's going to get a big payday whenever his time's up, because he's looking like an elite pass rusher that I wish my Cowboys would have picked up, but we have Jerry Jones as our talent agency, and, you see how that's going. But, no here nor there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. The why I picked him as maybe one of the second most important player for the Eagles, at least, is because C.J. Gardner-Johnson is going to have to do a job on this man right here, Travis Kelce. Which, Travis Kelce, let's be honest. Patrick Mahomes will be throwing to Travis Kelce whenever when the time gets tough, when it's crunch time, when you need a big play. What do you think he's going to go to? His best receiver and one of the best tight ends of all time. Top three. Top three. You got Tony Gonzalez, Travis Kelce, and Gronk. You probably got Shannon Sharp after that. Maybe Kellen Winslow after that. I don't know. I like to think my Jason Witten, he's at least top 10. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest tight ends, I remember that play against the Eagles. He ran with his helmet off. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. If you remember that, that's OG right there. No. This man right here is an amazing tight end. Let's just say that C.J. Gardner-Johnson's going to do a big job on big number 87 to make sure he doesn't ruin the game. Because Travis Kelce's been amazing this season. I think he's going to have a big game. I don't think C.J. Gardner-Johnson's going to stop him, or whoever they may not put C.J. Gardner-Johnson on. But it could be a chance. I don't think he's going to do enough. I don't think he's going to be able to stop him. I think Travis Kelce has 3 touchdowns. 3! You heard me. 3! 3 touchdowns in this game. And that's bad news for the Eagles. A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown can take advantage of these weak rookies that they have at cornerback for the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that they're they're necessarily weak in like a all around sense. Like they're definitely not weak in an all around sense. They're probably stronger than a lot of you. Possibly me. Possibly me. However, A.J. Brown is made out of a lab. He's been injecting HGH since he was 12 years old. And this man right here is an absolute beast. He's stronger than a lot of linebackers in the league, I bet. Look at the way he's built. Whew. I don't know what they been putting them boys on in Mississippi, but him, DK Metcalf, they're some different animals. 6'4", 230, you know what I'm saying? Run 4.3. I don't know what they feed him. But let me get some of it. A.J. Brown, I think he's going to have a big day. Personally, I think he's going to have at least 120 yards receiving and a touchdown to go along with it. Big day for A.J. Brown. I don't think that the Chiefs have the capabilities. They don't have the capacity to stop this man. Now, Devontae Smith, the slender man himself. Shout out to Devontae Smith. He lost his game. This is at Cowboys Stadium. We beat y'all on Christmas Eve. Ah, man. Good times. Anyways, Devontae Smith, uh, um, 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 what do I have to say about him? He's Devontae Smith. For some reason, he's skinny, weighs 175 pounds. If that. That's like literally, if that. He literally may be 165. I'm giving him 175. I don't know what they list him at, but I'll give him 175 pounds. And that's maximum. I can guarantee you I'm bigger than Devontae Smith. 100% bigger than this man. I would literally look like I would look like AJ Brown next to Devontae Smith. I would. I seriously would. That being said, he somehow finds a way to get open and survive hits, which I don't know how. I would have suspected that every bone in his body would be broken by now, but somehow it's not, which is interesting. But I think he'll have a decent day. I think he'll have maybe not decent. He'll have a good day, probably 90 yards at least, and a touchdown. I think he'll have one touchdown. AJ Brown will have one touchdown. For some reason, Devontae Smith scores more touchdowns than AJ Brown lately. Just because I feel like they're trying to take away AJ Brown a lot more. They realize that this man, he'll destroy you. Devontae Smith, he'll beat you, but he won't do it to either AJ Brown. AJ Brown will go 80-yard touchdown. Devontae Smith will go on a drive where he'll have 3 catches for 60 yards in the touchdown. Much different. Next, I didn't even pull up Chris Jones. Chris Jones! Is it me or this man right here is elite? Underrated. This man is elite. He's been elite for a while. He absolutely was a disruption force against these Bengals here. Harassed Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow may want to get what's that stuff called? Oh man, can't think of it. A restraining order. He may have to get a restraining order against Chris Jones because this man right here, he was going for everything he ever loved in an AFC Championship game. Sorry for that, Albert. Chris Jones. I think he'll have a big day. Disruption. I don't know if he's going to get. I think he'll have at least one sack. He's going to have some tackle for some losses. Chris Jones is going to be big in this game. Very, very big in this game. Now, I've said a lot of different things about matchups, this, that, the other. And I should have put Jason Kelce up because Jason Kelce, he's going to have to start blocking Chris Jones quite a bit. Now, who do I think is going to win this game? Now, both of these teams are actually 16-3, so they've won exactly about the same games, lost about the same games. In this football game, and it's a Super Bowl, LVII, I don't know what year this is. What is this, 57? I think, maybe. I don't know. Super Bowl 50, we're going to go with 57. In Super Bowl 57, I have none other than the Kansas City Chiefs winning it all. They're going to destroy the Eagles. And I'll be cooking up those Eagle wings on Sunday. You know, tossing in some buffalo sauce, maybe have some fries, some blue cheese with it. It's gonna be. I don't hate the Eagles. I don't really like. If they won, I'd be like, y'all gonna be, talking the most mess. But like at the end of the day, it doesn't really hurt me. It doesn't hurt me if y'all won. I just personally wouldn't want the Super Bowl to come from our division unless it was us. Well, actually, I wouldn't care. When you really think about it, it's kind of bragging rights on us if we had the Super Bowl champion out of our division. Because then it's like we kind of beat y'all once. So really, we were almost there to begin with to win the Super Bowl. So really, when you think about it, y'all really weren't that much better than us. We could have been there. However, I just think the Kansas City Chiefs will win because the Eagles are a more talented team. But at the end of the day, I think Patrick Mahomes is a lot better than Jalen Hurts. And I think Jalen Hurts is good. I'd say he's better than Dak Prescott. Now, you might be saying that's not saying much, but, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I think a little bit highly of Dak Prescott. However, I think Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, especially Chris Jones running to pasture, Travis Kelce catching, Patrick Mahomes throwing, Andy Reid coaching, is going to just be a little bit too much. It's going to be a close game. Close game. You're to hear Kansas City Chiefs 31-27. Kansas City Chiefs win 31-27. The Eagles will have a chance to go down to win the game with a touchdown because it'll be 31-27, and they just can't get it done. They won't be able to get it done. Jalen Hurts won't be able to get the ball in the end zone and win the championship. Unfortunately for him. But anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment actually next. Deuces.